Okay. So I saw this post about how so many gacha games, or well, mobile games from Nintendo have just died, and actually the only one that has pretty much survived or outlived all of them has been Fire Emblem Heroes. And well, I've thought about this game a lot. I played this game every day. I missed like, I want to say like 7 days of playing in 10 years. So I've thought and played a lot of this game, and I wanted to give some time. I just decided to share what I think about the game, especially specifically how it has survived for so long. So I'm just gonna do that now that well, I don't have too many things to do that I want to do right now. So well, first of all, I'm Eric. I'm not really someone important or something like that, not a content creator or anything like that, but I am a day one player, legit day one player. I've been playing this game since it released in February of 2017, I believe. I'm gonna just check that right now. Yes, February 2nd. So I've been playing this game almost 10 years, Jesus Christ. My account is not exactly day one because I did have an account, but I lost it 2 months into the game because I just changed my phone and forgot to connect a Nintendo account to it. So I just started again, and I'm pretty much a day one player. So there we go. I'm not gonna talk about negative stuff, really, not because I don't think this is the thing I want to record, or not the theme for this video actually. And I'm gonna compare it with a lot of other gacha games I've played over the years. Like since I started playing FEH, I also played games like Love Live, Fate Grand Order, Genshin Impact, a little bit of Zenless on Zero, and so on. And I'm really gonna compare it with some of them really, but especially I'm gonna compare it with Uma Musume right now because it's the big quote unquote gacha game I'm playing together with FEH, and I've been playing also since its global release. So I've thought about this a lot. So let's just get into it. Number one reason, I have 9 reasons, and I think I had 10, but one of them was not really a good reason, I think. So I just went with the 9. Number one reason, Fire Emblem was kinda made for a gacha. So if you start to see how many playable characters this franchise has, which by the way is a long franchise, like Fire Emblem 1 for the NES released in 1990. So out of today's recording, July 28th of 2026, it's 36 years. So it is one of the oldest Nintendo franchises they have. Like it is actually comparable with Mario, with Zelda, with Donkey Kong, and stuff like that. So it's a long franchise. And the amount of playable characters it has over its 16, I believe 16, 17, I forgot, because they also count spin-off. Actually, if Fire Emblem Heroes is a main game, actually, it has 857 playable characters, around that number. And the total amount of characters it has between playable and non-playable is 1,776, which is a funny number, and around that number. So you actually have so many characters, but not counting all of those characters. So one single character can be 2, 3 to 4 units easily in this game. And something also that's really important, which I believe this is a lot more personal really, but Fire Emblem for me it is a character games. What I mean like by that is that games like Devil May Cry, Bayonetta, fighting games in general, like RPGs, like where as much as the other piece really, as much as the story and stuff like that. It's really important. Like when you think about those games, like some of the games I mentioned, you think about the characters first. Like you think about Dante, Nero, Virgil, Bayonetta herself. And when you go to Final Fantasy, you think about Cloud, Sephiroth, Tifa, um, and other. Really, I'm not really into those franchises, so I don't know many characters, but you know what I mean. So Fire Emblem, like you have at very least 30 characters in each game that you can play with, and all of them are different. Like even though the support system was made, I think, to give them a little bit more personality, because they had no personality when in Fire Emblem One, kind of, for the NES, but also for a way for the players to easily connect with them, in the sense that if you just see something that is that you think it might be cool, might be cute, whatever, from a certain character, you are gonna want to learn more about them. So you'll start reading their supports and things like that. And at the end of the day, like when you see fan art, when you see things about Fire Emblem, I think 90% of those is about their characters. Like people love Fire Emblem characters. I do. Like one of my favorite characters ever is Tharja from Fire Emblem Awakening, and that's it's been like that since 2020. No, I mean sorry, since 2016, which was the time when I played and completed Fire Emblem Awakening for the first time. So it's been a long time. Reason number 2, and by the way, these aren't in order, really, are just things I was thinking about. Reason number 2, low cost maintenance for a gacha game. Like more so if you see how many gacha games or free to play games are made right now. Like the game, first of all, has only one real-time PvP mode. All the other ones are versus AI. So Summoner Duels are the only ones where you actually matchmake and play against a person in real time. All the other ones, like Arena Assault, I'm actually gonna open the game right now because I may forget some names. Things like Bounce of Loki that I just played. It ended a little bit. I didn't yesterday actually. The current path of Bounce of Loki, like small season, I'm gonna call it, well, whatever. Other raids too, like that's the name I was thinking about. Other raids, like only from all the PvP, quote unquote PvP game modes the game has. There's only one of them. It's actual PvP in real times, and that's really helps. And also that the game, it's, if you see like what they do for the game, is just pretty much only PNGs. Like all this, there is no 3D involvement in any part of the game. So all the sprites are 2D based, and all of them get reused all the time. Like it's funny how like you can have an alt of like Duma, I believe it was, or think about any dragon, Christmas dragon that you have, or Christmas beast that you have, and they're just gonna use the same transformation, the same beast sprite or dragon sprite they have, and then you're gonna add like a hat, and that's it. Maybe some different colors, and that's it. Like it's kind of funny, but like it's so important for a long game to be like that. Like even though they're so popular, like incredibly popular, well-made gachas right now have so much investment, is because they can, and they know that you need that kind of investment right now if you want to make games like that, like also the MiHoYo games and stuff. So it's really important and really crucial, I think, that the way the game is made is like this, and it helps a lot in regards to how long it has been made. Constant stuff to do. Do you have many game modes they've added over the years, and they are rotate all the time. Sometimes there are some that used to be more used, like I actually forgot the name right now. The rhythm game one, you all know what I mean. That one had a new version each month practically. I remember when it first came out, it lasted for a long time like that, like years. Now they just reused the one they used before, but You have those. You have Bonds of Lucky right now that are very popular. You have like currently, like right now, you have 4G Bonds that you get one every month. Hall of Forms that they added the new revival Hall of Forms, so you can have two every month easily. Hero's Journey, Budding Gauntlet, Tempest Trials, it's a top double battle. Oh, actually, you can see all the games in the event part of the UI, but like you have so many game modes and all of them are really simple, really easy to understand just to play. So you can, and something really important too is that a lot of them are either more active, like you have to pay attention to what you're doing, or just passive. So like Fortune Bonds, you just, and unless you want to read the support conversations that you can also read later on if you already unlock them, you can just put the game into, like you look at this, you look at the screen, you start out the battle, it finishes the battle, you start another one out of battle, and like that, and in like 10-15 minutes, you're maybe even less, you're gonna run out of stamina, and with that, do that for every day in the event, and you may as well complete it. Like it's really nice to have so much things to do all the time. This is number 3. There's a number 4. That's also really important. We still get new Fire Emblem games even today. So we are like, now we are gonna get Fire Emblem Fortune Weaves that releases in September. And each game, it's a new batch of new characters to have, either in the base forms, excuse me, or like as an alt. Like there are still characters from Engage, from other Fire Emblem games that have just an alt version. So having so many more content, so much more content to add every single time, and we all know like Fire Emblem is not stopping anytime soon. Like they've been getting new stuff since Fire Emblem Heroes. Now Fortune Weaves is pretty much a new Fire Emblem hero. I mean Fire Emblem Three Houses, excuse me, not Fire Emblem Heroes. We've been getting way more stuff. Like that game has pretty much 3 games right now with Fortune Weaves, between Fire Emblem Three Houses, Three Hopes, and now Fortune Weaves, which is in the same world of Fodland. And it's not stopping anytime soon. I think like they will make a new Fire Emblem game at least for Switch 2. I hope we get more spin-offs, like obviously things like TMS2 is like a dream, but I don't know, maybe a new Warriors game, which I love them, by the way. I that's more popular stuff, but I really love the Warrior games. I played a shit ton of Fire Emblem Warriors. I bought Fire Emblem Warriors before getting a Switch. Like I really wanted to play the game. Then I played a lot of Three Hopes, and then I also played TMS, excuse me. And I think that there are many, like one of my dream games is a Fire Emblem fighting game. Like one of those that like build in my head all the time. I think about how I would like to adapt Fire Emblem mechanics and stuff into a fighting game. So like I think right now Fire Emblem may be like one of the key franchises from Nintendo. I don't know if externally, like we don't see that much Fire Emblem version stuff, but I think internally it might be like a huge franchise right now. And I hope it still grows. I adore the franchise, one of my favorite franchises ever. So I want it to be bigger and better and have more stuff. I'll back to Fire Emblem Heroes itself. Like it's funny because this wasn't added like a long time ago, but one really crucial thing that, quote unquote, I think kind of saved Fire Emblem Heroes, or gave it like that big push you really need for a game like this to keep existing. It's actually innate skill, which was added in version 1.1 of the game. I'm gonna check out when was that actually. It was 9 years ago. Jesus Christ, that was such a long time ago. So innate skill, for those that don't know, is a way that you can use. First of all, like something really important too, the gacha Fire Emblem Heroes is only characters, nothing else, which is really important now that gacha pretty much in other games is always separated between like weapons, excuse me, weapons or support cards. Like in Fate Go, you have the characters, and then the like support cards you use for the characters. In Uma Musume, you actually have the Uma Musume, and the support cards in all the MiHoYo games. You have the characters and the weapons that you have to both pull from this using the same currency, and so on and so forth. But in Fire Emblem Heroes, you only pull for 4 heroes. There is no other gacha banner that you have to go for, and that's also really important that it doesn't separate between free and paid currency. So there isn't like those typical paid only currency gachas that you have in other games. Like in, I see, for instance, I myself, I've been playing Oma Musume since it's releasing the global version, and you can, I still have the banners, the gachas for the one time SSR Uma and a 5-star Uma and SSR support card that you can get for the first time you enter the game, for if only using paid carats or the currency of the game. Like, I think that's marvelous. I think that it's really, really, really good for the game. So when you're for innate skill is a way that you use, quote unquote, like kill or whatever you want to think about one of your units to give that unit's skill to another unit that can use them. So there are restrictions for many skills, but that mechanic, I think, has been carrying this game for almost a decade right now. Really, it's so important for a character game that I played before, that you're able to keep using those characters that you like for as long as you can. And if you want to use, like, I pretty much, I have, you see that people like that play just to have this one character having the best skills they can have, like in even different builds of the same character, like using for a team of 4 of the same unit, but every single unit has different skills, different boons, etc., etc. Like, I think it's maybe the best thing that this game has done ever, really. And I love it. I think it's great. I'm glad they added it. Oh well, yeah. What I wrote here in my notes, and actually that allows you to make pretty much any character, quote unquote, viable. Like, they can actually fight against the power creep of the game. And you're always using resources easily obtainable of them. Like, right now you can get many stuff. I'm gonna say it in other point. I'm gonna go more in detail with that, but more into detail with that. But I think it's great. So that's number 5. Number 6, we still get new things 10 years into the game. So apart from the obvious stuff, like new type of units that we've had recently, so like the entwined units, chosen units, aided units, the emblems from Engage, we still get like new game modes, new stuff to do, new ways to improve our characters with those units. And we're still getting the story, we're still getting new added things for other game modes. So like, when you go to multi-map battles, you still get squad assaults, you still get chain challenges, so you still get more currency to get. Tactic drills, you still have that. Like, a really, really fun game mode. Like, I just use it for ores, but I think it's an amazing game mode to have just like mini puzzles with all the units we have. And it's great. Like, I think still having apart from things like alts and things like that, like new game modes, that most of them are really awesome. Like, if you think like that, like Pawn of Loki, it's pretty much a teamfight tactics on after battle mode that it's really fun to play with. Things like Button Gauntlet that have existed since Year 1. Game modes that aren't really used a lot right now, like Rocker Sieges, Grand Conquest, Frontline Phalanx, or this one, I believe. That battle that's there, rhythm game one. We're still getting those, and I'm sure we're still gonna get more game modes over the years. So that has helped a lot. This game, I think, a lot. Reason number 7: being free to play, quote unquote, friendly. And this is obviously like it's a gacha. Like I want to preface it with that. Like all gachas are, I think, like in as default, or gachas are our gachas are bad. Like they rely on FOMO. Like I've been a little bit of a victim in that regard with some units over these years. Like they rely on you really wanting something that you may have a chance to get or not. So we're gonna preface it with that, but like Fire Emblem Heroes really is free to play friendly. Like even though of course like you have the power creep, you really, if you really want to be competitive, you really need to put the money into it, which is like really common in all gachas, I believe. You really just can't get any new non-alt in the game thanks to the spark system and the amount of currency you get just doing the game modes, the normal game modes we get every month, and without, you don't even need to use like your free orbs you get every day to get the amount of currency. If you're just a little bit smart, like you go to for the forging bonds, get all the 4 tickets plus the free summon for each banner, and then you use your free orbs you get during the month, you will get if you want one of those units in a new banner, you will get it. Like of course, obviously, if you want an alt, you're in less light, you will need to use FEH pass, and you will use more orbs because those only have one free summon. But if we, as I said before, no negatives, but like if you, not for this video at least, but if you think about it like that, like between Dragon Flowers, between the amount of things we get with the free limited time paper, it's like, what's the name of this stuff? It's combat manuals and divine codes. We get the limited time divine codes and the permanent divine codes, which have been improving each year after year. We are now in year 7 of them, and we have like pretty meta skills and units and weapons, skills that we get from there, like active skills and stuff. So you really can get, if you really want to, you can get a unit to be quote unquote competitive, or at least a unit that you can use as long as you want for pretty much the rest of the game. Like, and I compared to other gachas, I said before, like in Uma Musume, if you aren't lucky and are smart at what you want, like you won't get the support cards you need to be competitive, or you won't get the Uma Musume you need to be competitive. I saw another point that is really important too, I think. Whoa. Okay, sorry. You really need, if you want to be competitive in those games, you really need to do the effort, like hours and hours and hours and hours of getting parents in Musume, or so that you can get good inheritance during the, I'm using Fire Emblem Heroes terms, during the it's gonna be the section of the career that you can get stats and stuff. Or like in Genshin Impact, you need the weapon to be competitive, or quote unquote competitive, or how competitive you can be in those games. Like I remember in Fate Go 2, if you really wanted all the stuff you could get, you really needed to. Oh no, in Fate Go, I think there are low or easily obtainable units, characters that can get you pretty far. But like many current gachas right now that have like a quote unquote competitive side, you really need to either put the money or do a lot of effort to get all of that. And I think compared at least to Fire Emblem Heroes, like I think Fire Emblem Heroes has no real need to put all that effort if you really want a quote unquote usable current unit, or like all units to be usable right now. Okay, I'm almost losing my voice, so I'm gonna try to be quick. Oh, something really, something I said before, I played so many gachas. Something really important, I think that is, at least for me, it's so crucial. Like it's like just like small stuff. I can only play like at least or at most 2 gachas each time. Like I cannot play more than 2 gachas at the same time. So why have I been playing FE plus another gacha for so long is that this game is really low commitment, in the sense that you can do everything in like 10-15 minutes at most when there's nothing happening. Maybe some 5 minutes if we somehow have no extra game mode available, and if you have a lot of things to do, you can do everything in 30 minutes tops. And I think that's really slow. Like you left an auto battle to battle by itself instead of tapping to skip steps. Like, and I think that's so important. Like in Uma Musume, we just got out of the Track Blazer, the old latest scenario. Like now we have Grand Concert. Like in Uma Musume, a fast career plus the daily stuff is like 45, maybe an hour, if you are doing a lot. And that including Track Blazer, each Track Blazer career was like minimum 1 hour, and maybe you could get screwed up at the end of the career. Like it's such a long commitment that it's safe happened to me with Finger and Order, it's safe happened to me with Genshin Impact. I played I thought I played like so little, but I played so many hours of that game, and I had no idea I played that long. And things like that. So being so low commitment, at least for me, it's so easy to just like play anything else, and then oh yeah, I have to do my daily favorite heroes. Sometimes I don't even do them. Like I just enter the game, get my orbs, and get out. Like things like that. It's so easy to do everything in the game, and also helps that the game modes that have like quote unquote seasons, like Arena, Assault, Resonant Battles, either raids, all of them are like those seasons last for like days, so you can like, oh yeah, today I'm gonna do my dailies and Arena, and that's it. Then the next day you go and do your dailies and Resonant Battles. Maybe you could do Allegiance battles at the same time, and so it's so low commitment that it's really easy to have it like as a second gacha, in case you don't want to play that many gachas really, because I've seen some people that play too many. Please play more, maybe multiplayer or single player games, please. And point number 9, which is also really important, and I think that's this is a more unique perspective that I have since I've been playing this game for pretty much the entire existence of it, is that we're getting constant QoL changes that have pretty much all improved the game for the better quality of life changes. So like I'm just gonna tell you like some of the things I remember right now. Like stamina used to be only 50, not 99. First of all, Arena, which is like I think one of the most low commitment game modes to just get some orbs, used to be 7 chain wins you needed. And only you have 1 try, you had no lives. Tactical retreats, you had only 1. Actually, then there used to be 2. Then you had the third one, and then your bonus hero had to be the one to kill every single enemy unit for you to get the whole 12 points for bonus points for Arena. Like now, you just need to beat one of them with your bonus unit. And if you have a legendary unit, you can even lose one of your units. Yeah, you don't need to have all of them survive, which is also really nice. I actually managed to get my first crown. Currently, I have. Let me check. I'm just way more chill about it. I have 37. I've never really been really into all the PvP stuff in Feb, but like My very first crown was like that. I remember it was a team of Aversa, FE, it was Churche, and one more unit that I cannot remember. I think maybe Oboro, no, I don't know if it was Oboro, I had FE. But I remember it was FE, Churche, and Aversa. I don't remember the other unit. And at that time, Aversa was the bonus hero. And I was like, God, how am I gonna do this? And somehow I pulled it off, and I got my first crown. I was like ecstatic because it was so hard. I also forgot to mention that now if your unit bonus hero is a legendary hero, you automatically get the highest amount of points you can get for each battle, independent of their, obviously dependent of their difficulty. Like obviously the harder battles will have more points, will give you more points, you will always get the most amount of points you can get with the current team you have like built for that game mode. Which before you didn't have any of those bonuses. Like I just needed to, like the time where I got my first crown, I needed to reset every single time that I didn't get the most amount of points, or close to the most amount of points I could get with that team. If not, I was not getting that crown. So, and that's only one game mode. Like the other game modes have all of them received quality of life changes. Like Tempest Trials, like I don't know if you can maybe ask other people. Like I remember the first Tempest Trials was like unbeatable. Like you could not get the highest amount of points. It was 100,000. The highest amount of points you needed to get all the rewards. Veronica was a pain in the ass to beat, I remember that. And the hero you got was Marth, quote unquote, which is just Lucina in her Marth outfit. But like it was so hard, and now it's so easy between the bonus points you get the first time you clear it. Like you get instantly like 13,000 points, and you also have like the bonus points, like 3 times the amount of points you can get. I also added that to your bonus heroes. Like you can actually just do one less than 2 lunatic, like not the highest lunatic, one less than that, clears of the game mode every single day, and you have like 2 days of spare of Tempest Trials. And like that's insane to me. Like this game has come such a long way between all the cool changes. Like the skills only used to be 3, now it's 5. Like things like added with the trait fruit, so now you don't have to pull for the exact trait and asset and boon you want for your character. You can always like just get some fruits, collect them there, and when you have one of your characters, you can change to everything you want. Things like the barracks, so now you don't have to just combat manuals have existed for a long time, but like reserves, like you don't need it to send or delete your heroes. Like you have your groups that I've been playing since day one. I managed to complete like 3 of these, so like 300. I think I'm checking it right now. I have 1 full, 2 full, like almost 300 heroes just sitting there doing nothing, so they don't clutter my main list of heroes and things like that. So this game has had so many nice QOL changes that other games have. Like I'm currently playing Uma Musume, we are getting all the QOL changes that the JP version has gotten over the years without waiting that long. Like we just recently got auto training added, so that's really nice. I'm using it right now actually to get some things to complete for the current missions I'm just doing, but like I think that's a lot. Finally, the last point, this went for so much longer than I thought. Like I had so much to say, and I have so much more to say, but like I think almost 40 minutes is like good enough. This game had a worldwide release, which is really important. Like now you see some it's pretty common to see so many gacha games like Nikke. I remember released worldwide. I may be wrong there, but Genshin Impact released worldwide. All the MiHoYo games, like current MiHoYo games, have been released worldwide. No, two different versions that have more things. Like Uma Musume right now, as I said before, maybe I would have played that game for way longer if it just released before, but like I didn't really want to go through the hassle of installing an Android emulator or just installing the JP version in my phone and then just not understanding anything. And thank God I didn't, because I just already didn't want to add the patch and stuff, so I can actually read like the official translations and just understand everything from the get-go without going through anything else. And we're also getting the new stock footage of live stuff, like in that same game. Like I really want, for instance, I'm waiting for Aston Matcha right now. I'm also waiting for the alt versions of Tamamo Cross and Inari 1. I'm also waiting like this year, at the end of the year, for, I think it's this year actually, Daiwa Scarlet, the Christmas version. And I also really want to pull for other Umas, like excuse me, like Orfebre, like Fenomeno, like Gentil Donna. Like I really want so many of those Umas but I just have to wait. But in Fire Emblem Heroes we've had everything every time for everyone, so we don't really have to wait for anything, and that's so nice. Like at that time the Fire Emblem Heroes released, it was not common really for gachas to get worldwide releases, to have everything synced between versions. We always had like the JP version that was made sometimes months or years and years ahead of the global version. Like Fate and Order was like that. I remember Love Live was like that, which has its nice things, because they just know when to pull. Like obviously I said that with Oma Musume, like I know that I have to wait this amount of time, so I can just save my currency to get exactly what I want without having to worry about it. But like sometimes just knowing that everyone is getting everything and you just don't have to wait, like even though yeah it's nice, I know it will be here. Why do I have to wait? Why do they get it before me? Why can't I just get right now and wait to summon Aston Machan or the or Gentil Donna? Like I really want Gentil Donna to release here in global, but I have to wait. I'm gonna have to wait for so long. So I think that also helped a lot Fire Emblem Heroes when it released, and currently right now. And that's it. Like that's some 10 points. Like the point I didn't talk about was FEPAS. For some reason I thought it was a way to a quote unquote good thing for the gacha, but I was just gonna talk about the skins, so I just prefer to not talk about that. There are many things also that have contributed to this game to be successful, like this successful, that has outlived every single other Nintendo mobile game actually right now. It's an insane thing to say. Of course, I'm not saying, once again, I'm not gonna say anything bad stuff, not because I don't think the game has it. It's a gacha, so it's bad by itself, really. But it's not the thing to say about in this video. This is not what I want to talk about, but that's it. Like, I don't know if this helped in a way for any of you to understand why this game has been going strong for so long, and it will be going strong until it dries out, I think, or I don't know, Nintendo gets bored and they don't want to keep the game alive, or maybe the cost somehow gets way higher than they thought. But like, I think this game has a lot of time still, and I hope it does. Like maybe at this point it's just part of my routine, so it will be weird when I can't play this game anymore, and I hope it also gets an offline version if it does get the development stops for the game. I hope it gets an offline version. But that's it. I hope you enjoyed this. It's 40 minutes, so if you got to this point, like, thank you very much. There is no other thing in this stuff. I'm just gonna add maybe some gameplay behind, and that's it. And yeah, thank you very much. I hope this helped, and yeah, thank you.